pregnant, lay on the table, grimacing in pain. Above her stood Roche, wearing a red velvet robe and a thin golden crown. He then began choking the woman, before adorning himself with jewelry. He punched her in the stomach, and then sliced a 5-inch gash into her ribs. He reached inside her and calmly and sadistically pulled out a length of her intestines. The woman, void of any pain medication, screamed in pain. After crudely stitching her up, she was submerged into an ice-cold bath. His wife, his unborn child. By the following morning, the woman had passed away. Roche began making outlandish claims, proclaiming that his love could bring her back to life. He also proclaimed that he himself was pregnant with her reincarnated spirit, and ordered his followers to dig up her body. Once her body was exhumed, Roche instructed another wife to dismember her and pour vinegar over her remains to rid them of worms. He then had other members drill a hole into her skull, believing that he could make love to her decaying brain and produce her reincarnation through his output. Although he encouraged male members to participate, most of them had been castrated, which prevented them from doing so. Roche shared his bed with his wife's skull, making love to it often. Nevertheless, despite his endeavors, the inevitability of decay compelled him to cremate his wife's remains. He adorned himself with one of her ribs strung around his neck, reminiscent of Adam and Eve's tale. However, he couldn't relinquish her entirely, opting to conserve some of her bones and organs in jars immersed in olive oil, stored within his macabre trophy shed. This shed housed not only these macabre keepsakes, but also dozens of teeth, private parts of both men and women, and later, a fully amputated arm. This man, lacking official certification as a doctor or surgeon, operated as a delusional self-proclaimed healer within a wilderness cult. His beliefs encompassed polygamy, amputations, torture, punishment, and a fervent conviction in an impending apocalypse. And thus begins the story of the Ant Hill Kids cult.